So Nems has just dropped his album Rent's Due. We did a live stream reacting to Nems' album, and I didn't realize that YT's album also dropped the same day, which was today. I thought YT's album was dropping in April, but after we listened to Nems' album, we react to YT's album. Both of them are cold albums, and it was a nice, chilled out, relaxed stream. So if you haven't watched that live stream, I recommend you go and watch it. It's on my channel, you know. Nems and YT, they both copyrighted it. I can't be asked to deal with that. So you know what, you lot can just, you're supporting your artists, you know what I mean? If you're fans of them, this is another way of indirectly supporting them, you know. Now Nems actually turned down £2 million. Nems and his manager Alex, they decided to take the risk because they believed in themselves. They had the belief in themselves, and it paid off. It's really paid off. Now word in the industry is that Nems is the youngest up and coming big star, you know what I mean? He's the next big star, and he already is a star. It's mad. If we read this article here, Nems and manager Alex on resisting the law of the majors. And remember guys, Nems is 20 years old. He's under 21 and he turned down £2 million, bro. 7 figures. Like, the balls to do that is mad. But him and his manager executed it perfectly. And I'll even put it on screen here. I was in Ladbroke Grove today, and there's a whole corner shop like that says that for Nems' album, bro, live up, and the label's being distributed by ADA. ADA are owned by Warner, I believe. Oh, and it's actually his 21st birthday as well. So Nems is 21 now. He's not even 20 anymore. That's mad. Nems says his song with Central Cee is the most highly anticipated feature he's ever had. Well, of course, it's Central Cee. Central Cee has been showing love for a long time, said the Mancunian. I took quite a lot from him. He's the first artist we've seen in the UK take it that far independently. He actually uses strategic ways of promoting stuff. Before that, before TikTok, no one was really using any crazy marketing like that. Well, they were, but they were leaving it to the labels to do it. You know, artists weren't independently doing it. I think TikTok blowing up sparked like a wave of creativity. You know what I mean? And it sparked a small window where artists had a little bit of leverage on the labels, but that that's long closed now. You know what I mean? Nems literally got there at the right time. Praising Central Cee's trajectory and wider influence, he added, I feel like a lot of people can downplay it. We definitely pivoted the way that music is in the UK completely. And now everyone's trying to upkeep their image, trying to look a certain way, trying to make sure they get in the right places. It's facts. Central Cee set a new standard for your image, bro. But it's like, people are just now understanding like how important your image actually is to selling music. Because you're not just selling music anymore. Pause, you're selling yourself. People need to stop trying to think of the craziest ideas. Most of the time it is right there in front of you. That's what quote from Nems. And it's true, Nems is talking facts here. A crazy idea executed poorly versus an average idea but executed to perfection. Which one would you rather do? You know, which one do you think will work out better for you? Nems thought, if I just make this track hard, that's all that matters. We put it on Instagram, Drake saw it, co-signed it, messaged me. I asked him if everything was okay with the sample, and he said, don't worry about it. And his manager pointed out that releasing a freestyle while working the lead single of a campaign highlighted their propensity to deviate from the norm. It's true. It's true. You know how mad that is? Like, you're in the process of working the lead single for your album and you go and release a freestyle. People don't do that. There are so many things that people just don't question in the music business. Like, why can't we drop every month, said his manager. We came in with the idea that every record can live in its own world. The only negative I would say, and the negative that Nems is seeing constantly, is people saying he sounds the same. But in this streaming economy, as an independent artist, it makes sense to drop as much as you can, because that will get you the most streams possible. If you're able to maintain your image, keep yourself hot, handle that side, and keep dropping music, keep dropping cold music, and keep giving people a reason to check for your music, that's Nems. Following his 2021 breakout single Elevate, Nems went on to greater success with 2 M's. Damn, look at the amount of sales he got, which was released via a single deal with Motown UK, okay? So he dropped his breakout single Elevate, and then 2 M's came after. You hear that clap, clap. You hear that clap, clap. You hear that clap, clap. Haha, yo. And then he partnered with ADA in 2023, okay? Having turned down 7-figure sums along the way. His manager said, we got told you're probably never going to get a deal for £1 million, recalled his manager. People would give all the reasons why. Clavish has done this, or Strands has signed for this. Then we turned down $1 million, and it's like, oh, well, you've got 2 million on the table there. Then people told us we'd never get more than that. I mean, it's all smoke and mirrors. We're just betting on ourselves. You want to be in a position where your biggest songs are the ones that you own, or at least have enough of a share in, that you're not just trading away your likeness and your talent for fame. Facts. The money you get from a deal initially, although it might seem like a lot, isn't when you do everything that you're supposed to do. The problem is most people don't know things that they're supposed to do. And it's very true, bro, because people are always saying, oh, be independent, be independent, be independent, bro. If you ain't got a pattern manager like Nems, or if you ain't, and you need to have some, you know, awareness yourself, bro. Maybe going independent is not for you, because it's not easy, bro. When you're independent, you're taking on way more risk. It's like, cool, this flops, that's all on you. It's like you messed up. It won't all completely be on you, you know, maybe a distributor messed up with pitch pitching, things like that. But at the end of the day, it's mostly on you. So it's a big risk, especially when you're turning down 2 million, but it made a lot of sense. I mean, look at Clavish and Strands now. They're nowhere near Nems' level right now. They're not even comparable right now. You know, no offense to Clavish and Strands, it's just the truth, and they know this. You know, it's not even offense. It just depends on what type of artist you really want to be. He added, if you want to be that person who looks the part, I'd say go sign to a major label. They'll put you on a billboard and do all of that. But if you want to build a sustainable career and have a good fan base and good catalog and no real crazy pressure on your back, then stay independent. You could argue that there's less pressure, but it depends on what you're trying to achieve. You know what I mean? It could also mean more pressure on yourself. You just have to prove yourself out to gain the respect. Exactly. Nems proved himself, bro. And now word in the industry is that he is the next up and coming big rapper in the UK. The industry says Nems stock is a buy right now. They're saying Nems stock is a buy and hold long term right now. He said, I feel like there are a lot of artists who are charting who aren't making money, he argued. When it comes to the music industry, everyone's got to get paid. So if you're just charting and that's what you have to offer, it doesn't really make sense. And guys probably think, oh, well, look, if an artist has a song in the charts, they're clear, bro. You see that song that's got in the charts? If the song stays in the charts for 1 or 2 weeks, you know, and it's only in the charts because the label has pushed it so much, they're pretty much, you know, to shorten it and simplify it, they've just pushed the artist into way more debt. There has to be a balance. There's a hard balance to find between natural traction and artificial traction, and you have to balance it out. Because if you have too much unnatural traction and you push the song, then it's you know what I mean. In conclusion, Nem suggested his breakthrough is a testament to staying true to himself. It's just having a brand, having an identity. He said, I'm a bit antisocial, a bit introverted, a bit calm, not too emotional, a bit of flexing here and there, a bit cheeky. I just know who I am, and that goes a long way. I feel like I'm going to stop doing this Mancunian accent. I feel like most artists really want to be famous and really want to be noticed, but they don't actually know who they are. So when they do get this type of traction, they just kind of lose the source quickly before they even find it. And Nems again hit the Nems. This guy's too wise, bro. He's 21 and he's so wise, bro. Like, damn, the guy knows what he's talking about, fam. Like, guys will really do anything, even if it involves copying someone else to get noticed. Yeah, they get noticed, they build up a fan base, and the reason they fall off is because they don't know who they really are. They're not being their real selves. So once you have all this attention, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do, because if you build your fan base and your platform and your supporters off of being your real self, you can continue to be your real self and people will stay around. If you're copying someone else, or it's a facade, or you're faking it, or this, that, bro, it will fade away and you'll fall off, bro. That's what happens, especially if you're living a lifestyle that's funded by the labels. You know, with Nems, we've seen a natural come up. He's independent. Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of bread, but look at him. He's independent and look at his streams, bro. Of course he's got bread. Turning down 2 M's. But he's true to himself, bro. And you'll see it, bro. But yeah, we did react to his album on the stream, but Rents do. It's great. Let me show you what I've even got liked. Look, I've got 1, 2, 5, 8 songs liked, and I've been playing it all day today, to be honest. My favorite one's probably BMF at the moment. BMF I like. Sorry, I really like Paid. And YT's album on the second listen is even more cold. So, you know what I mean? I ain't even got my full reviews yet. But one thing about Nems, as you can see here, look, he's on Vogue. You know what I mean? You're gonna start seeing him everywhere. You know, look, he's wearing Burberry. He'll probably become a Burberry model. You're gonna see Nems everywhere. Look at this. It was almost like this was meant to happen. How Manchester-born Nems became UK rap's brightest star. This is what the industry is gonna push him as now, because that is word in the industry that Nems is the next young up and coming biggest rapper in the UK. That is what Nems is now going to be pushed as, because him and his manager have given the industry no choice but to buy into this narrative, because this is what them man are going for. They've been consistent, been getting results, been growing, hitting their targets. So they forced the labels to buy into this now, you know. So now this is the narrative, and this is what, you know what I mean, this is what the industry's saying. So guys, be prepared to see a lot more of Nems. And we know Nems, he's consistent. This isn't just going to be one album he drops. He's going to keep going. They're going to keep going. Why would they stop? Why would they change? Or maybe they will. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of Nems in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love.